Welcome to the Hub Podcast. I'm your host, Cheney Passer. With me is Coca-Cola Courtney.
Coca-Cola Courtney.
What's your favorite soda?
Ooh. Okay.
Guess.
The first thing that came to mind was root beer. So I'm going to go with that. I feel like I have, like, the taste of root beer is probably my favorite. It doesn't give me that, like, crazy carbonation of, like, a Pepsi. So it depends on, like, what vibe I'm going for, what craving. But I feel like the nostalgia is there with root beer a little bit more. So maybe that's why. If I had to drink, like, one for the rest of my life, it would maybe be root beer. What's yours?
Guess.
Mountain Dew.
No. Come on.
That, honestly, now that I'm saying that, a lot of soda has nostalgia. Because I'm like, oh, I have so many memories of Mountain Dew and, like, drinking when I was a kid out of Dixie cups for dinner. And okay, let me guess what yours. Is it root beer?
No.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's the best.
When
It's
some
the best one.
fast food places, they wouldn't have Dr. Pepper. They'd have Mr. Pibb. Ugh, it's not the same.
No, not even close.
It's the same.
Get out of town.
It tastes the same.
Get the frick out of town.
You know what I want to start doing on my social media? I think it'd be so stupid, and probably no one would think it's funny unless, like, you understand, like, you know who these people are.
Putting more pictures of me on it.
No, doing, like,
Really
you know
hyping
those.
me up.
You know the what?
Hyping me up.
No, you know the. I gave you the video of you doing the edges outside.
I think your social media should just be about me.
No. And your social media is just about you.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Your whole Instagram with the 5 things you post, just videos of you, and I love it. I love it.
It's not
awesome.
For me. I'm trying to be helpful. I'm trying to
No, even if it was just, like, different pictures or videos of you, like, I love that when people have that on their Instagram. It's like, yeah, this is you. This is a profile of you, not like,
yeah.
Unless it's like they're posting things about that they like or other whatever. But it's like when people are like, oh, you just have all, like, pictures of you on your Instagram. It's like, it's my Instagram. What else would be on there?
Well, and that's why your Instagram should be me, because your life is me.
Me. You're there. You're a sprinkle there.
No, I am your life.
I'm really happy that I don't post about you, actually, because
This, me and Coca-Cola coffee is your life.
2 things with it. I think, I like that you're not on any of my social media, because then that's what's cool about our hub one, because it's almost like we have, like, a joint Instagram.
Because you don't want to make people jealous? Of how cool I am and awesome I am? And
no, but I feel like people ask more about you in person then. They don't just like, oh, well, I saw what they were doing on Instagram. Like, they actually ask, like, how's your relationship? Or, like, what have you guys been doing lately? Or whatever. And, like, we get into, like, an actual real person conversation, not like, oh, he must be this person because I see you post about him. It's like, it's going to be through my lens.
who cares?
Because I like having those conversations.
Social media is the real life.
We
Metaverse, social media, that's the real existence now.
Crypto.
That's the real existence. This whole, like, walking around in a meat body thing, no, it's all pictures and videos.
What was I going to say before that, though? Oh, what I want to start doing. You know how on Instagram stories you have those, like, little, like, it's not like games, but, like, it'll be like, what celebrity do you look like? Or this is where you should move, or whatever. Like,
yes,
doing those, but doing them in, like, a...
In a what?
In, like, in a, like, a attack fashion of, like, you just go up to somebody and you put it in front of their face, and then and then you get a video of whatever that is.
This is what you're thinking about? This is what you want?
Well, especially on those weekends when I'm around people all the time, it would be really, I think it's just, like, fun. Like, I think of, like, I don't know, like, Eric just sitting there and, like, editing shit and just, like, going up in front of him with the phone, just, like, catching his reaction.
That seems very intrusive.
We have a whole group thread, though, with the faculty where it's basically just, like...
Bragging.
It just has, like, turned into, like, posting videos and pictures, like, that, like, just rip on each other. Like, yeah, he posted the ugliest pictures of me in there, and, like, 2 of them were me, like, spilling Gatorade on myself, and it was just like dripping all down my face as I'm like trying to like write stuff down, or like.
You were definitely the kid with the Gatorade red ring around your mouth.
No, I was not. No, I was not.
That was you.
No, I was not. That was only boys, because boys don't pay attention. Like any reflection, I was like, "How do I look? How do I look?" But yeah, I think that would be funny. But also to do like a
more of me,
just like a like kind of like 20 questions, but you have to do it fast.
Me?
No.
20 questions of me.
I could give you 20 questions.
You'd
have to like make them. You'd have to think of them beforehand though.
20 questions?
Because like I would want them to be quick.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Like, what's your favorite soda? Go.
Yeah, 20. I feel like 20 would be too long.
Yeah,
that would be kind of cool though. Like you go up to somebody in a video, like kind of like what you're saying. Like,
yeah,
attack is aggressive, but like going up to them and be like, 5 questions. First one, boom. Favorite color, favorite drink, favorite.
Yes.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'll be your first person.
Okay.
How do you like your Coca-Cola coffee? I'm sure everybody wants to know because everybody sees the commercials.
I like it. I do think I would like this flavor more than the vanilla. So I'm happy that we got the caramel. I'm definitely a caramel person.
See, I think the vanilla would have been less a lot.
I don't know though. Vanilla, like anytime I used to get like flavored Starbucks coffees or whatever, like if I would get the vanilla ones, they didn't. Caramel is such a specific flavor that I feel like vanilla you can kind of edit a little bit and like create your own vanilla.
But that's the problem with caramel is it's never like real caramel. It tastes like a nasty, weird, made up caramel.
But what's vanilla?
Vanilla, it actually like will taste more like vanilla, to where when they do caramel things like this, it's always like they got as close as they could, you know? And then it's just like there's something off about it. It's weird. See, I think the vanilla would have been better. Huh. It's still very odd to me, like the Coca-Cola coffee. I don't know how that mixture works, and honestly, I don't think it really does work. I don't think I would get them again.
No, I mean, I don't want to have like. I don't need to be drinking soda on like in the house
on a Monday.
Yeah.
On a Monday.
But I don't taste the coffee either, and my guess is that there's no caffeine in this.
I don't know. Look, we don't usually get that stuff. We just want to try it. But what I'm saying is, like, if I went to a gas station, we're going on a road trip, and I saw those, I'm not like, oh my God, they've got these, I'm gonna get one. No. Like, whatever. It's just not that great. I would pick something else. You don't really even taste the coffee, you know? It's just like Coca-Cola and caramel.
No, and I don't even know if there's any coffee in here.
It says it on the front, but we live in a world of lies.
Well, it could, but I'm also seeing a lot of like coffee flavor. That's what it keeps saying, not actual coffee.
That's
caffeine. Okay, caffeine content.
Drink water.
69 milligrams. That's not a lot. I wonder how much a normal Coke has.
Normal cup of coffee is like 60, 70 milligrams of caffeine.
Isn't it weird how, like, there's some people that they'll do a Coke in the morning rather than like coffee or something.
Barf.
Isn't that weird? Think about that. Think about like you getting up in the morning and eating breakfast, and you grab like a Coke
with your eggs.
Isn't that weird?
Just the old eggs and toast with my Coke.
My grandparents do that when we go out to eat, though. Like, they'll get like a Diet Mountain Dew with breakfast. That is freaking crazy to me. Just like the flavors, I don't understand. I mean, it would be crazy to me to think about like drinking soda in the morning. Just like we don't like our like ice cream or cereal or whatever. Like we don't eat that in the morning. Like we would do treats at night or middle of the day. Or like donuts, we would never eat donuts in the morning. We would eat them like in the middle of the day.
I would.
Maybe if we had
lame.
them. If we had them, maybe. But like that's more for like a later in the day treat.
Yeah. I think that's definitely we're. Yeah.
I just don't think like, oh, eggs, that pairs good with Mountain Dew.
No, of course it doesn't.
But they drink it. That's what they get.
Well, I'm not sure they're going, oh, this just pairs great with eggs.
Maybe, yeah, maybe
I think
like
it's
the
just
caffeine. Yeah. That's what they drink, so that's what we're
But
getting.
that's also what you do. Like, you create a picture, and everything has to fit in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
To where not everybody does it. They just go, oh, I'm going to have breakfast. What do I want to eat? This. What do I want to drink? That. To where you go, they all have to mesh together.
Do you think that's a cool part about me or not a cool part about me?
It's the worst.
No, but be honest. Or do you not even care? Don't even think about it.
It's my second favorite thing.
I'd be scared to know the first. Probably something so stupid. You can't even think of it. But think about it right now. If you thought about like, is that a cool thing? Like, do you think that's a good trait that I have?
I don't know.
I don't either. I think it can be good and bad.
I think it has its pros and cons. I think it's cool because you can paint and create a cool picture and environment of like, you know, a day to happen and it all goes together and smoothly and whatever. But then it's also a negative of when the picture isn't exactly how you want it to be, your whole day is fucked.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like you mess up one little thing on the picture and all of a sudden it's destroyed.
Yeah.
And you can't kind of look at like, well, the whole rest of the day was good though.
I'm getting better at that. I think as I get older with like the planning of things, like I'm a little bit better with like go with the flow stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Where before it was like every hour of my day and needed to be planned and whatever. That I feel like I'm getting better with like, that didn't get done today, or it did, or like we ended up doing this, or last minute things.
Yeah,
I'm getting better with that.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, no, I do get what you're saying though. Of like, oh, I thought we were gonna go to this place and then get this for lunch, and then the place was closed.
Yep.
It's like, well, I was wrapping my whole thing around that.
And
But that's actually one thing when I was when I took that test with the other teachers we were just like sitting at the airport for hours, and it did like the whole like astrology of what a personality trait of mine could be or whatever. And one was like about like the daydreaming, like how I live more in a daydream state than reality state. Like that also like that transfers into food. To like if I know what I'm gonna eat, like to like daydream about it and like be excited about what it's gonna taste like and what I'm gonna like drink with it or what the whole thing is going to be, because then that makes me enjoy something as simple as food. Mm-hmm. Because I'm, that I do. I feel like I create a whole thing with it that if it doesn't happen, then I'm like, oh crap. Well, like I knew I was going to eat that. I was prepared to eat that and be in that building, in that restaurant. Yep. And then I have to like.
It's like you just took all this brain power and this work to create that in your mind. And now it's like, oh, didn't matter.
Especially when like you look forward to it.
Well, yeah.
Then it's like something was. It's like,
ripped away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked that you telling me about that test too, because it told you to put more of me on your social media.
That is just that's like such a 180.
My heart is
like
pounding.
Is it really? It's the pre-workout.
No, this is water.
I mean, for a guy that wants to be an adult and independent and do adult things and make choices, he's like, it's not what you think it is, even though that's not even that bad to be having. I'm drinking a freaking Coke right now.
Yeah.
A caramel Coke.
Yeah.
But,
I have to keep my image up.
It's so random that you want that. Like, I feel like that's something that we kind of agreed upon early in a relationship was like, let's not do the whole post on social media stuff. And I like that still.
It's fun.
Oh, sorry. I don't pick up on your signals.
Oh my God. What do I got to do?
Yeah. Like in Big Bang Theory. You need a sign that says like, I'm lying.
Sarcasm. Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm about to say is a lie.
That would be cool. Like a sign here.
Go with it.
Or just like a sign above it. Just click it on. Zzz, zzz.
Yeah.
I'm lying.
Just go with whatever I'm saying.
No, I don't care about that stuff. I just care about it more than anything in the world.
Well, I'm still in control and I choose to have you off of it.
So, what's your favorite color?
Purple. I probably would have said
Purple?
pink. I probably would have said pink. It's purple. Again, depends on what we're talking about. If I just like looking at a color, I like purples, but I don't like wearing purple. Like I like pinks, baby blues, black.
And this is why we never not have something to talk about.
Why?
Because I can't go, what's your favorite color? Purple. It's always da-da, 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 da-da.
Okay, ask me another one. I'll try to be I'll be, even though I think it's a good part about me.
What's your favorite flower?
I don't know flowers.
Know them now.
Tulips?
Sure.
Tulips. No. No, I actually thought of which one I like.
Oh
I just
God.
I forget that these ones are flowers. I think of them as like they're just like a plant, but lilac. I don't think of them as flowers, but a lilac. I'll stick with tulips. It's fine. Give me another one.
No, let's talk about our topic.
No, you got to do it now. What's your color? Blue.
Blue.
What's your favorite flower?
I'm like you. I don't really know flowers that well. I don't know them enough to have a favorite.
I know.
That can be it. Game over.
Fine.
Unless you have one.
What's your shit, I just lost it. God damn it. Favorite food?
Favorite food? Probably burger.
Okay.
A nice ham or cheeseburger.
Okay. Cool. Now we can end it.
But it has to be medium done and on a pretzel bun and with a side of fries. And oh, you know what's the best is when you go to.
I mean,
that might be my favorite part about you.
It might be.
Is I could just ask a question and then I could sit back. That's where we balance each other really well. Is I don't like to talk and you love to talk.
It's not even like, oh, I love to talk. I do. No, that's a lie. I love to talk. I love hearing my own voice. I love just like being able to say how I feel about things because no one cares. But I feel like, like I always know how to expand on something. And most of the time, it doesn't need to be expanded on. Yeah. But I'll make something last. I'll make something last. It's so funny on those weekends when like Eric will be like downstage, like on whatever, doing like all the audio and whatever. And there was one time where I couldn't really hear myself on the mic. And afterwards I was like, you have to crank my mic up. I was like, I have to be able to hear myself. Otherwise, like, it just is weird. Cause like, I don't know, like, do I need to be yelling more? Like, if I'm like holding the mic, so like if I do a little bit of this, like it's so touchy that I can't hear like if I'm not in range or not. That was like, it just sounds like I like the sound of my own voice. Like I need to be able to only hear myself, not them.
Yeah.
But it helps.
Yeah, I get that. I get hearing it, but I think when it's like stuff like this or maybe that can cause an issue then. You know, that's like why people say to wear headphones during these is so that you can. Yeah. It's easier to hear each other, and then you don't interrupt as much, or you can hear how loud you're talking because you do that a lot.
Well, that's why
you're very loud.
That's why I like having him turn my mic up. Not even like turn my mic up so it's louder on the overall speakers, but like turn it. It's like there's like a speaker that plays out into the audience and then a stage speaker that like I could hear myself.
So just hearing that one.
To where I want mine up more. Because it just like, it keeps me on the same cadence. Also, like I like my mic up and I like him to crank the music up.
You just like loud, huh?
I like loud, and I like to be able to like if he's playing a song like a fast song, like I'll stay to the tempo of that, and if I need to speed up, he'll play something fast.
What's going on in your brain that you don't want to hear?
It's not. It's like I need to go. So like da 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 da. Hear myself talk. What's happening? What's the like the the feedback? Also, it's so weird when you're like trying to be hype girl and announce, and no one's clapping in the audience, no one's doing anything. I'm just standing up there on a stage. Like I want to just like have there be enough volume so it's not like I'm doing something super exciting. Silence. Okay, next one.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
But
Cool.
yeah, we can get into topic.
Transition. Jeez.
Not a good start.
Oh my god.
Not a good start. For some reason, I just feel like in a weird spot today.
Yeah. Same spot you are every day, but today it's weird. That makes sense. What is the topic today?
Programs. It's kind of a multi-dimensional how we're going to talk about it.
Yeah,
something simple of like just like the pros and cons of when you know a program is either working for you or maybe not working for you, as well as like being on the opposite end of creating programs, but also and then having clients run them, but also then going into programs ourselves of what we think the approach should be, what we think your mindset and like kind of certain tips and tricks that you can and habits you can create for yourself when you are running a workout program.
I don't know what you want to start with, but what I'm thinking is if you know how to know if a program's working or not, and maybe what you can kind of do to help it or just to continue it on.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of the times what can happen is you're in a program, you're maybe quarter way through, halfway through, and things like you're getting really sore, but you have this mindset of like, I need to do this program. I need to, it has me do 4 days a week. I have to go. I have to do this. But maybe more so starting with the like how to know if it's working or not. Well, what was the intention to begin with? And is that intention coming to fruition? Are you trying to get stronger? You're doing a program. Are you getting stronger? And seeing, basically just setting up tests for yourself. And that's why we talk about tracking. Tracking is a good idea so that you actually know if you're getting stronger or not as the program progresses. But something...
Well, can I expand on that, that specific detail of understand the intention of why that program was written. Like all of our programs, they explain what the overall goal should be, that like the point A to the final end result, this is what you're going to kind of experience. And then even that, like most programs I'm sure have sections or phases. Ours goes in phases, that each one of our phases gives a little description of this is probably what should be happening in this phase. You're either going to be increasing the weight, or you should be increasing the weight. You should be seeing yourself either get stronger or chisel down or blah, blah, blah. Like knowing what your intention and goal should be, because then that will be able to tell you whether it's working or not. Because say if you're running Atlas, one of our programs that is really focused on like getting your numbers up and getting strength up, but then you go into it thinking like, oh, I'm going to like run a cut with this.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's not going to work because you're not maybe choosing the program that is right for your desired goal. And then the approach that you're taking is going to take you down a different path. And you're like, well, it didn't work. It's like, well, no, it worked for the intention of the program, maybe not your intention of what you're wanting right now.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a good point of the intention of the program that you're running and what you're wanting need to align.
Yes.
You can't, like you said, you can't do a strength program and go, oh, I'm going to be trying to lose weight and, need to, I mean, you can do it, but you have to have the understanding that like, if I'm trying to lose weight here and also get stronger, those don't really match up. So maybe what I'm trying to do is keep as much strength as I can with losing weight. And then that's more in line or a more achievable goal rather than I'm going to lose weight and gain strength. And, it's like people try to hit 4 different markers and don't realize that typically it's like you need to go after one thing and do that, and then go after the next thing
And that's
do
something
that.
we've talked about in a previous episode of how to phase out of a program and kind of like what could be your step by step. Because like I think of, like, yeah, you're running Atlas or something and you are trying to lose weight. Okay, maybe this isn't the phase that you are losing the weight in, but you're boosting your metabolism. You're eating more. You're maybe reverse dieting so that you can up your strength. You're getting your muscles able to burn more calories. So then when you transition maybe into, say, one of our other ones of like Olympia, where it's a little bit more bodybuilding style workouts and intentions behind that, like, okay, well, I was kind of setting myself up to lose weight. That's not the goal of this program, but it's the overall goal that I'm going to eventually get to. This is just my, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a prerequisite to that.
Yeah.
Happening.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have the right intention. You got to your intention has to align with what the program is giving you, or kind of like what you're saying. You're setting yourself up for something next. If you've maybe listened to this podcast, or you've listened to a different one, or you learn new information of like, oh, I realized I need to get my metabolism going before I do something. So I'm going to do this to do that. And then the program is to lose weight or whatever it might be. But you got to have your intentions equal what program you're doing. That's how you're going to get the success out of the program. And then by going through the program, when you're halfway through or however long, just constantly kind of doing checkups of like, okay, am I getting stronger? That was the intention of this program. That's how the program is written, is to get stronger. Is that happening? Cool. It is. Continue on and keep moving forward. If it's not, that's where things can kind of get tricky, is like you might have to be more patient. This is where these conversations are difficult, because it's so individual of what's going on with the person, which is the other layer to this all, is like, are you following the program?
Well, can I wrap up first? Because I feel like it's if you know if a program is working for you, I feel like it's very simple. Like, could we just wrap that up and then go into like, this is maybe why it's not. I think tracking could be helpful, and not necessarily tracking like every workout, every set. For me, I like doing that when I'm running a specific program, because then I can actually see the data of, oh no, I did go up in bench press. I did go up in my squat or whatever, rather than like, well, I don't feel any stronger. I don't look any stronger, whatever. The numbers will tell you. You could also take before and after pictures, or like phases of your pictures. You could, I don't love using like the scale. I do like the body fat tests, but a lot of people don't have access to those. But yeah, just like tracking your progress along the way so that you can kind of tell intermittently, like, okay, I'm not going to just wait until the very end and see, did it work or did it not work? Kind of in between, maybe at like a quarter mark or halfway, or maybe even it's like every 2 weeks, you're kind of checking in so that like, okay, well, this program's supposed to be about strength and I'm not really going up in my weight. Is that something that I'm doing? Am I maybe not pushing it enough? Am I not following the program maybe as directed? I need to look into that more, so then you're not just wasting time. But I think it's just something as simple of like, are you seeing progress towards the goal that the program is created for? Then it's working.
Yeah. Yep.
Then it's working.
And if it's not, then it's not. And like you said, there's some questions that you can ask yourself of, am I following the program to what it says to do? Or am I kind of going rogue and it's like, oh, I don't really like that exercise, so I'm going to do this one instead. And you kind of do that with each of the days. Now you're not running the program. You're doing your own program. You're doing this program with your own twists on it, which...
You're doing your own program inspired by this program.
Yeah, exactly. To where it's like, that's something that we talk about a lot of time, is like, okay, if you're going to do this program, you have to do exactly what it says in order to be able to like critique it honestly, of whether it worked or not. If you're doing a program that somebody else wrote you, or maybe you did your own, and you're going through it and you go, you know what, the last couple weeks, like it says to go 4 days a week. I've only gone 2, maybe 3. Some of these workouts, I realize I'm too sore, so I don't even do certain exercises. It's like, well, now you can't honestly critique the program because you didn't run the program. And it's maybe because you weren't ready for it, your volume wasn't up, and you're getting too sore, or you just like, I don't like this exercise, I'm going to do something else. That's not a good way to analyze. Like, you almost can't analyze the program then.
No.
You can't figure out or see if it's working or not for you because you're not actually running the program.
And I think simple things of if you can tell if it's working for you or not working for you could also be, I guess, twofold. It could be the same signs as what any other phase of your working out in. Like if you're seeing plateaus, if you're seeing that maybe your joints aren't keeping up with the program, or you feel like you're maybe noticing a reverse, like you're supposed to be putting strength, but you're getting weaker because you can't maintain, whether that's the volume or whatever. That's where, before you go, oh, the program's not working, maybe self-reflect and analyze how you're approaching the program, how you're approaching your lifestyle, how you're approaching your diet. Like, I've done that before where I'm like, well, I can't do the strength program. I'm, whatever. It's like maybe not the volume that I'm at right now, or I'm not focusing on mobility enough to manage this program. So it has nothing to do with the program that was written. Mm-hmm. It's I'm not doing my due diligence outside of that. I am not eating properly. I'm not focusing on upping my calories. So of course I'm not going to get stronger because I'm not fueling my body. Or my dad brought a really good example of he started doing Olympia right when he changed gyms, and the gym that he's at now had a lot of different, like he wasn't working with like a lot of free bars that he probably could have taken a couple of weeks to just get a feel for those and get comfortable in that space before you then go attack a goal.
That's a big thing that I think is smart to touch on quickly with this, is like, if you're getting ready to do a program, whether it's you wrote it yourself or it's somebody else's, look at what is required of it, of like what exercises, what the volume is, because you want to,
how many days a week,
you want to set yourself up for success. So you need to be prepared for what's to come. So if it's like it's a workout program where it's 4 days a week and you're doing a lot of barbell stuff, and it's like 60 sets a workout or something crazy, and you've only been going to the gym maybe once a week, maybe twice a week for the last 3 months, you don't really do a lot of free bar stuff, you kind of go on the machines a lot of the time, it's like you're not going to have a lot of success with this program probably because you can't do that much volume. You're just not used to it. You don't go enough. It's going to require a lot of you to actually get to the gym because you're not used to going that many days a week. And your body may not be used to doing all the free bar stuff and free weight stuff, that you're going to get super sore super quick, and then you can't even run the program because you have to go 4 days a week, and after day 1 you're already beat to hell. So you need to set yourself up to be able to do it and not just like go from 0 to 100, because you're just not going to be able to keep up.
And then again, that's where you're not running the program as directed, and as, because again, like doing your due diligence of what is the intention and the goal of this. If I can't properly go at that, or if you're, I feel like a lot of people, like, they aren't really fully, what's the word? Not saying like you're not setting yourself up to do it, but like my dad's example, like maybe don't start a program right during that transition.
Right.
To where you don't know if you're going to go to the gym that much, or like you're in the process of moving or something. That's maybe not the time to like really dive into something, unless you just like following something. So this is a program that you're just going to be continuing to do or whatever, and you still want to be laxed about it, and you're just like, this is what I do for activity. I'm not needing the end result from it.
Right, because
I just like when someone else writes my workouts, then that I think is totally fine.
Yeah, because that can also be a perfect time to grab a program that's already written out for you when you're moving or doing that, because it's like, I don't have to put a bunch of brain power into what I'm doing when I get to the gym. But like you said, you can't have an attachment to a goal at the end of it, or an achievement at the end of it because of how much is going on with you.
Yeah. So that's where I would start with the questioning and analyzing. If you're like, okay, I'm running this program, I'm halfway through, I don't know if it's working for me. I would first check in with yourself before you go check in with the program. Check in with, am I doing the program as directed? Am I eating in the way that makes sense with the program? Am I doing a bodybuilding chiseling phase and I'm upping my calories? Well, that doesn't really make sense. That doesn't really align with the program. Are you going as it's directed for the volume that you're doing? Are you giving yourself the proper like cushion around the workouts? Meaning, are you sleeping? Are you getting recovery? Are you focusing on mobility to be able to do the actual like activity level that it's requiring?
Yeah.
And then look at your progress along with the goal that it is. I'm trying to build strength. Okay, well, am I tracking what I'm pushing every week and every workout? Am I seeing my strength increase? Do I feel stronger? Do I feel like I am able to push myself in the gym every time? Then if you feel like I'm doing all of that and it's still just not for me, then you can go, okay, well, what do you think is not working? Or do you feel like you need to add something else in it, and you can maybe go off of the program a little bit and add your own twist to it or whatever? But
see, I would
analyze
with that.
first.
I agree with all of it, but I would say continue the program all the way through, even if it's not working. If it's a 9-week program, do it to its entirety of exactly what it says to do for 9 weeks. And then, because again, then you can honestly critique it and say, you know what, this didn't work for me for whatever reason. If you start to adjust it and play with it and do things, it's like the whole point of doing the program was to probably get you out of your comfort zone a little bit, to get you towards a goal, push you towards something. Now you're starting to adjust the program and go back into your comfort zone. Now you can't, I would say, in my opinion, now you can't honestly critique the program of whether it's good or not because you didn't do it. Because that's what happens too a lot of time is like you'll do 3 weeks and not really noticing anything. And then the next 3 weeks are crazy. You start to get crazy strong or whatever the intention is. That's when it starts to happen. Or it may not be happening for the first 6 weeks. And then all of a sudden, the last 3 weeks of the program, boom, the results start coming in and the goals that you wanted, you start to achieve them. So it's like, I would say you have to do the entire program that way because you don't know how it was designed. Maybe it was designed to give you all of your results right at the end so that it has you wanting more or whatever it might be. Do the whole thing and then critique it and go, okay, this didn't really work for me, or wow, this really did work for me and I like these couple things. I'm going to take it from it and do something else now.
Yeah, I misspoke. I meant at the end do that, not in the middle of it. Yeah, I think you should fully see it through because you don't know the design purpose. But even that I kind of am disagreeing with what I was saying previous because like all of this stuff does take time. Mm-hmm. So even if it's a program that you're running for 3 months, like say if it was a build your butt program or whatever, it's like to say that you're going to go from nothing to the butt of your dreams.
Well, right, yeah.
It's like build your butt. Your version of that versus my version of that could be totally different. That 3 months, you might need to run this program several times.
Yeah.
To get closer and closer to your results. Like it's not just like, well, one program and then I should be in my dream body. It's like, no, This might take a few years of running through that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's what's tough about programs is they're if you're getting it from other people or other things, unless it's like specifically designed for you, they're usually somewhat general and they're usually like they're not designed for every single person. The program for everyone is not real. It doesn't exist because
that's why there's personal trainers.
Well, that's why there's personal trainers, but you also have situations where it's, somebody's never lifted any weights and they want to do something and they don't know what to do. So they get a program offline or wherever. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden it's telling them to do 3 days a week of of weightlifting, and it's
Or
like,
squat every day.
yeah, and it's like 20 sets each every workout, and it's like they haven't even done one set of these. So now they have to do 20. It's like, well, that program is not for them. And then you have on the opposite side of the spectrum of like somebody who's been weightlifting for the last 15 years, and 20 sets for them is like nothing. Like they need way more than that. So they're not built for everyone. And that's kind of why you have to set yourself up before the program to then nicely go into it so that you know you can handle it. You're not going to get too sore. And so that it actually creates a stimulus for you and does something for you, rather than like, don't run the program kinda and then actually run it. It's like, well, no, it's supposed to have a stimulus so that things change. It's not you doing the same thing over and over again. That's why you need to get out of your comfort zone. So it's like, if you're writing your own programs for yourself, write stuff that you're not used to doing, because that's what's going to get you to change and get towards your goals, or like reach those goals. If you just write all the same stuff you always do, well, I know I do a chest day and I do a back day and I do legs. It's like, well, no, now you're just doing what you always do, and that's not
You
going
just
to
wrote it
necessarily
down.
work. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think overall intentions of going into a program, and where like what we notice maybe there's some faults at, or where programs don't work, is because maybe this is happening. I think the biggest thing that we kind of already touched on is like not doing the programs to its entirety and doing it as written. Like I feel like I used to notice that a lot teaching, where I would like, okay, we're going to do lunges, and then we're going to superset that with something. And they're like, well, lunges hurt my knees, so then like if I just do a squat, that's the same. And I think it's hard to do it because it's your body, so you think you probably know best. And in some cases, yes, you might. But if you're wanting to fully trust this program and do it, I think you should trust the creator of it, and they probably had an intention. And unless you're working with somebody through that program that they wrote, to where you can ask the question, like you might not know why they're doing it. You could see, oh, well, this is just a leg exercise. They're putting in a leg exercise, so I can switch out the lunges to the squats. Like, actually, no, it had nothing to do with it. It was a leg exercise. We needed to do a split stance of something, because in this phase we're working on your balance and your proprioception. It has nothing really to do with what, because it's a leg exercise.
Right.
It's like we're working on split stance something.
Right.
So now you're completely missing the intention of that movement and what that movement is going to give, which is then that movement was in there because of this phase we're working on this. And now you're not going to get that goal from that phase, which then connects to the next phase, which connects to the main goal, which connects to everything.
Yep.
It's kind of like creating a program has very, very, very
it has layers to it. It has
setups, calculated layers.
Yeah.
It's not random almost ever. If you have a good program, a good written program, it is not random at all. Everything is calculated from top to bottom. Yep. How it connects with each other, how each workout connects with each other, how each exercise within the workout connects with each other, and the reason of why you're doing it.
Yeah.
That if you just go kind of blank statements.
Oh, leg exercise. Let me just change it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you could be missing what the program is providing you.
Right. Totally. And that's kind of, that's where now you're not running the program. And now if you don't get results from it, that's on you. Like it's not on the program then. And that's where the being able to honestly criticize the program comes in, of like, you need to make sure you do it to its entirety, what it is, like the exact exercises. And I get that some exercises are maybe difficult for people. They hurt your knees or whatever. That means that you have to find ways so it doesn't hurt your knees. If it's a stationary lunge with dumbbells, okay, maybe you can't hold on to dumbbells and you have to hold on to a railing, but still do stationary lunge to help you with your knees or something, whatever it may be. A small adjustment, but still doing that exercise is okay, but it can't be just like, lunges hurt my knees, so I'm not doing those. I'm going to do the leg extension, because lunges are kind of quads, right? So leg extension is quad. It's like, that's not equal. It's not the same. But I think like, there are certain points where it may be a good idea to not continue the program. Kind of like if you're extremely sore after every single exercise or after every single workout,
Yeah.
it's like you're probably not going to be able to keep that up. And that may be a time where it's like, okay, I can't do this amount of volume. I would say don't continue to do the program then, because you're just going to continue to beat your body up and it's not helping you. Like that's just making it worse, if anything. And then
Or say you get
day-to-day life is worse then.
you say you get injured within the program. Like
Right.
it's okay to manipulate the exercises. It's okay to do it a little bit differently. Understand that like, okay, well, I'm still trying to achieve this general goal, but maybe my timeline is a little bit off, or I got sick, so now I'm not really in week 3. I'm still back in week 2. I'm going to attack week 3 when I feel better or whatever. Like I'm going to do some kind of random stuff in between this time.
Yeah.
Or, some substitutions of things that I think is definitely appropriate as well.
Yeah, like if you're getting extremely sore, you have an injury, like those are legitimate times to either just stop doing the program completely and, maybe it's if you're getting super sore, stop the program completely and do something else and work your way up, or maybe take that program and it's like, okay, it has me do 4 sets. I'm going to do 2 of everything. Do 2 of everything and see how that feels. But then still you can't go, oh, this program didn't work for me. It's like, well, no, you halved it.
You weren't ready
and
for the
you
program.
adjusted it. Yeah, you weren't ready for it. That's okay. We're continuing on, but you can't then criticize the program. And then same with injury. If it's like, if you get injured, the focus then should be, let's get healthy. Let's feel better and get healthy. Not, I got to power through this program because I want my goals. It's like, no, you have something bigger going on. Let's address that, fix that. And then maybe we can come back to the program or even restart it over.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think following a program is very beneficial for people. Even if you are super advanced, like it's nice and sometimes fun to have a program that was either written for you or just written not by you, because it does. It challenges you to different things that you don't typically do, and different goals and different rep ranges that you're not fond of maybe. Yeah. But it's like, I'm doing this for 3 weeks, so that's what we're doing.
Yep. You kind of have to have that like soldier mentality, I'm being told what to do here and I just have to do it. I'm not the creator of this. I'm just the person carrying out the duties. So I'm going to do what this says and in this rep range that I don't like, or this exercise, but I got to do it because that's what it tells me to do. And that can be really good for people, of just like all the things you said, get you out of your comfort zone, get you doing things that you don't normally do, whether it's rep ranges, exercises, how many days of the week. Like I love doing other people's programs. I used to try to grab like, Arnold Schwarzenegger's program or Frank Zane's program. And it's like, I'm literally doing Frank Zane's program. I'm going into the gym and doing like 30 sets of abs. This sucks. Like I don't like abs. I've never been good at consistently doing them. But now it's like, this is forcing me to do this. And this is super good for me. It's like, I would never do I'm going to work out today's abs. People are like, really? Like, yeah, 30 sets. You want to join me? And everybody's like, nope, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I think, and that's a good, I think, approach to even like, how do I start a program, or which one should I do, is like research what is involved in it, research what the goal is. And then whatever kind of sparks your interest or sounds the most fun, do that one, because it's going to keep you into it. It's going to keep you intrigued for, and another thing that I would choose is look for the programs that are going to set you up for a little bit more long term. I think there is a purpose to them, and I don't want to critique the creator because maybe they have a specific goal in mind that I'm not seeing off of the branding. Mm-hmm. But like the 30 days get fit, or like get your dream body in 30 days, or it's like always like the short term quick results ones. I would never push people in that direction because I think it creates that like restrict binge mentality with your fitness, and it doesn't create behavior patterns that, maybe try to find ones that are 3 to 6 to a full year long, and you can see a full thing kind of play out. I think we're starting to see that a little bit more.
Yeah.
In the fitness space, like the Kick Fit Girls, they do 12-month programs.
Cool.
But it takes you a full year of, this is going to take a long time, but you probably will see results a lot more consistently running those programs than you do the 30 days.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, it does. It just sets you up for success for a little bit.
And I think a lot of time with the 30-day ones it's kind of like what we touched on earlier is it's usually it's a blitz. It's like you're going from 0 to now 5 days a week. And it's like, there's a lot of people that they can't manage that. It's usually the like, oh, got to get back in shape. So let me do my 30-day challenge or my 30-day, get fit quick thing. And it's always like, it's way too much, way too quickly.
Neighbors playing music, sorry.
Oh. It's too quick. It's too much too quick a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we tend to lean more towards the people that do a little bit longer programs, or that's why our programs are a little bit longer, because it's a process. It takes a decent amount of time to get to where you want to go, and to get there and be able to sustain it then, Yeah. You can get in pretty good shape in 30 days, 100%, but can you maintain that and keep that up is really the question that should be asked. And what we should push for is, I want to be healthy all the time, not just for 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that should be your overall, my opinion, that should be your overall mindset going into any change or anything health related, whether that's like a new diet that you're trying or a new workout program that you're trying, or you're trying a new modality of fitness, that like, give it the time to evolve, give it the time for you to fail, give it the time for you to figure things out and mix it up before you decide it's working for me or it's not working for me, or this is a good modality that I should be doing. It's like, well, you haven't been really able to give it the time to create or to collect the amount of data that you should be going off of, as well as that, like creating behavior patterns and making it long lasting. I think it would be fun for people to do like, and maybe we can talk about it more later, but like, I think it'd be fun if you just had like an open-ended, like, I know I have the next 3 months or 6 months to do whatever, like I'm willing to eat anything, or like, just I'm focusing on a program no matter what it is, and then just like get like 5 programs or 10 programs and just like randomly pick one and go, oh, this is what I'm running.
What? I'm so confused with what you're saying.
Like, say if you didn't have any idea of like, well, I want to get stronger right now, or I want to lean out, or I want to, but if you're just like, I'm fine with whatever, like I just want to attack a goal, but I don't care what the goal is. Mm-hmm. Like putting, like say like say if you put all of our programs and you just like had to like randomly pick one and go like, oh, I guess I'm doing a bodybuilding program, or oh, I'm doing a, like an Atlas style, or oh, I'm doing this one that's revolved totally around like cardio or whatever.
You want me to do that?
No, I think that would be fun for people. Like that would be a fun thing to do. Like if you didn't know what you wanted to do and you didn't really care, you just wanted to focus on a program.
Yeah.
Like do your research and find like 10 programs that you think you would align with you and the amount of days that you can do and blah, blah, blah. But then just like kind of randomly pick it.
Yeah. That's why it's fun. Like kind of going to somebody else and being like, okay, what do you think I need to work on? And you put something together for me, or tell me what you would like to see me do, kind of thing. Because
that's a fun thing that you could do if you feel comfortable with it. Like have your partner, your significant other, just like, what would you want me to look like? What do you think would be cool for me to do, or like attack or try or get to experience? Because
I think there's something else with this too, with the programs, that it's usually, I think, more beneficial to go after one thing at a time. And I mean one thing, like literally one thing. If you're going after strength, go after strength. We're not worried about looks then. So I'm going to increase calories and go after strength. And that's the goal. And then maybe after that, you can go, okay, I put on a little bit more body fat that I wanted, but I got a lot stronger. That was the goal. Now maybe let's go, okay, let's try to get a little bit leaner. And now
Or
you're
keep
not
the strength, or
and now you're not no, and
Oh,
now you're
sorry.
not worried about the strength. You're not worried about how much you're lifting. You're just worried about what you look like now. I think people do too many things at once. They try to do, oh, I'm going to get stronger and bigger and faster and leaner and
it's like what I
it's
just
like-
said. Get leaner, but keep the strength.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
it's
no,
like,
just one thing.
just do one thing. If you can put all of your eggs in one basket, do that goal to the best that you can, achieve that, and then move to the next thing and just do one thing. I think you'll get to where you want to be a lot better, quicker,
Probably more enjoyable.
more enjoyable, more sustainable. Like, it's easier to do it that way rather than trying to juggle 4 different goals that you're wanting to do and then all of a sudden none of them end up coming true because it's hard, and you're always critiquing in a sense. But if it's simply, I want to get stronger than I was before, that's manageable. That's doable. You can systematically do that and quickly and, efficiently. But if you're doing that and bigger and you still want to keep a certain amount of body fat percentage while doing it, it's like now you're trying to juggle 3 things and that can be difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really have any more to say.
I don't think I do either. So, like and subscribe to the channel. Follow our Facebook page, The Hub Fitness, our Instagram at @thehub_fitness. And what do you want to tell them?
I wanted to tell them, what's your favorite color?
Comment what your favorite color is.
Go.
Thank you and see you later. I'm going to work out.
Oh, yeah, you're probably buzzing, huh?